And hello, my name is Gamerwhogames, and this tutorial is for BlueGirlAwesome. Today I'm going to show you how to make some of these Minecraft characters. So, what you'll need to do first, just create a new scene. Alright, and then you'll also need 3ds Max and a couple of other things, like you'll need this script, Telltale Games 3D Mesh.ms. You can get it from, it's a YouTube video that I watched. I can't remember the name, but I'll be sure to add links in the description where I got these downloads from. So you'll need that. Of course, need Minecraft story mode. I don't have it on this computer, I have it on my laptop. Sadly, I can't get to my laptop right now to record anything, but there are a few things. I'll include a link to another tutorial video that I saw, but I'm just going to show you how to model them once you've extracted them. So you go into 3ds Max and you'll run a script. So you go to wherever you put the script, Telltale Games 3D Mesh.ms, and then you open that script. So then you'll get this window, Telltale Games Model Importer. So click whatever game you're trying to import from. In this case, we'll be doing Minecraft story mode, so we'll click that. First, it'll ask you to look for a .skl file. I don't have any of those, so I'm just going to hit cancel, but if you do, just go on and find them and hit open. Then another window will come up and it'll say select the 3D mesh files to be imported. Today we're going to be importing female Jessie. So once you've exported all the files, go ahead and select them, and then just open them, and you'll see there they are. Oops, I accidentally got the Viking helmet too. Okay, so once you have those, you can continue to work on this in 3ds Max, but since I don't know how to use 3ds Max, I'm going to just go down here and send to Maya, and I'll just click add to current scene. This is only going to work if you have the entire entertainment suite, because if these apps don't exist, it's not going to have anywhere to send it to. But I'm going to add to the current scene and just click yes to send the entire scene. So when I go into Maya, you'll see it added my geometry. So you'll notice, for one, that this thing is not textured at all. It only has a bunch of these white fongs, and it's really boring looking. So we'll just delete all those fongs, and you'll see it starts turning green over here, but that's okay. Whoops. Just keep deleting the fongs until there are no more fongs left. Then select all the geometry and go into rendering and just apply a new Lambert. And so set that to file and get a folder. And so you just have a bunch of files in here. You're gonna look for the skin. So we'll go into Jessie. See, we have these 3 Jessie targets that I got from extracting them from the game. We'll just select this regular one, and voila, you'll see that Jessie is there. So I'm just gonna rotate this up, and see that it looks all weird and raggedy, like the pixels are weird looking even when I render it. So what you'll need to do, you'll need to select the material, which is going to be Lambert 2, and go into it, and the filter type, just turn that to off, and you'll see that it still looks blurry, but when I render it, you'll have to render it in mental rate or else it's going to look whack. But you'll see when I render it, it looks pretty much like the game except for a few things, but we're going to fix that. So with that, you move that aside. So we're not actually going to be using this model. We're going to be using it as a reference, because you'll see if you're going to be rigging this, which I was rigging this, it's not going to look very well at all. Let's go into viewport renderer. It looks pretty bad. These are all triangulated, so I can't really rig them. They're not exact either. If you look closely, see that see, those lines don't all match. And you may think that I'm a control freak like Issa. No offense, Issa. But I just don't like it when things aren't exact. And look, these two legs are together. So if I were to try to rig that, then both of the legs would bend at the same time. I wouldn't be able to get separate motion unless if I went through and skinned it, which I'm not going to do. So what you'll do next is create a polygon plane. And you'll see we have our plane right here. So in the channel editor, go to polyplane. Then all of this, just set it to 24. See, now it fills out our entire grid. And then the subdivisions width and height, set them to 128. There you go. The reason we set them to 128 is because you see, now it's all separated, like all the pixels and everything. So with that done, next, actually select the material again, the Lambert, and put the ambient color .rgb to 0.5. There you go. Now it looks all bright. Am I still recording? And we're still going. Okay. So now it looks a bit brighter, more appealing to the eye. So we're not going to do the hair right now. The hair is the hardest part. Whoops, and now she's head bald. So we'll just start with the head. Okay. So for the head, you want to go to your Windows UV texture editor. If this is your first time doing this, because it might be really confusing. So you'll see all the faces here. If I select these faces on the side, then you'll see it selects these faces right here. So with that as a reference, all you have to do is go into face selection over here and select the faces until it fills out the shape inside of here. Then after that, you'll want to deselect these faces and extract. This is going to take a while to do this for everything, so I'm just going to show you the basic. I'm just going to do like one or two shapes. Then for the head, you'll notice it gets a bit more complex, but all you'll really need to do, you don't even really need it now, because once you get one face down, you can just use it and as a reference for all these. So just select this so that it matches. It doesn't go out right here. Just select that, and then all the faces up here, that's going to be the face, like the actual face of the character. Then over here, just do this thing again, but the opposite. So there we go. Then you'll need to get all of these here. So to extract that, and it may get a little bit confusing because I know the face color is exactly the same color as the selection, so just turn it down to 5 real quickly to see if you got all the faces. And extract. And extract. Okay. So now that our faces are done, what you'll need to do is go into your selection tool, and you'll see the pivot is like way off. So you'll hit insert, press and hold V, and just snap it to some of the points. Do that. Just snap it to a corner. For the face, just snap it in the middle and then over here. So once you've done that, go into your rotate tool. To make this easier for yourself, set discrete rotate to 90 degrees. Oops. So then just start rotating them. It's kind of like folding it up. If you ever played with paper craft, then you'll know. that you'll know what I mean. And if anything's off, just snap it. And just go ahead and hide this plane if it's starting to confuse you. That's a little bit off. Oh, that's because that goes right over here. This 5 by 8 piece goes right here. And there you go. Now your head is pretty much done, except for a few other tweaks. And you may notice a place where the mouth should be is missing. That's because the mouth is actually a separate piece. So select your whole face and put them together. Then modify center pivot and rotate that another 90 degrees. So now you have a head. Then you just need to edit as needed. Like for the eyes, just select where these sockets should be. Pixels down. So these faces right here, and then extrude them in a little bit. And you may notice these faces look kind of weird. So you'll select all of these faces and all these inside of here, you know, the pieces that just make up the eyeballs, and then go into your Windows UV texture editor and create a new UV set, actually, because if I just scale these UVs down, it's going to mess up the surrounding face. So just create a new UV set and center it just anywhere on the skin. So yeah, just center it anywhere on the skin so that it overall matches its surrounding faces, like so. And then for the eye whites, just select these inner faces right here. Make sure that you're only selecting those, because sometimes you could accidentally drag your mouse just a tiny bit and it'll select faces back there. So make sure that only these faces are selected. Okay. So then you do Window, UV texture editor. Then you're going to create a new set of UVs too, just planar mapping, and then move them over to this white section right here and scale them down. And then you'll see now we have our eye whites. To make the eyes, we'll just need to create a little cube down there. It'll be larger than the face, so we're actually going to fix that right now. So I know I'm just using the face example. If you need help with all the other body parts, I can make a tutorial on that if you guys want. So you'll need to once you have your geometry, then you'll need to put a lattice box around it. You'll see that you have a lattice box. And the T divisions, S division, and U division should all be on 2. So you just have a plain box that you can drag and pull wherever you want. So what you're going to do next, make sure that these edges are on a Maya unit, like are on a grid square. At least one dihedral angle should correspond, should be congruent to the grid squares. So you'll want to drag these down until you get two pixels in a unit. So drag them down like that. Then do the same thing over here. Drag them down until 2 pixels are in a unit, like that. See? And then go in on the side view make sure at least one dihedral angle corresponds to 2 angles on the plane, and drag it down, and then delete the history when you're done. And now your face is much bigger. And you're going to do that with all of the body parts. And if you do it correctly, then you should end up with something like this. I know this is male Jesse. Say hi, Jesse. So you should end up something like this. It's not going to be so small. So you see that it's no longer triangulated. That's because I did the same thing with the plane. I created the plane. I applied the texture. Did you see his torso? I folded that from here. I'll actually show you guys. This shape is a lot easier. What is that? Oh. Okay, that was wonky. So extract. Now the torso is pretty much straightforward. It's kind of like a regular Minecraft skin. Now the legs, they'll be a little bit trickier. But I'll do the torso. So then we'll snap like we did with the head. Now we're folding it. And we'll go ahead and delete this plane because we don't need it anymore right now. We can always make a new one. So then you select the whole thing and combine all the faces. Next, you'll need a lattice box. Make sure all the divisions are set on 2. Select the lattice points. Make sure at least one dihedral angle corresponds to the grid. And just drag until each grid has 2 units in it. Do the same thing over here. Delete history and center the pivot. And once you have the legs in your scene, the legs are right here, you'll just be able to rotate and just sit them right on top of the legs, and you'll see now we have the torso in. So that is a short look at how to model these characters. If you need another tutorial, especially you, BlueGirlAwesome, because you were the one who suggested this first tutorial, just let me know, and I will be able to make another one for you. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and maybe check out some of my other videos and my fanfiction on fanfiction.net. And I will see you in the next episode. So you can close it crisper. Okay.